And boys, we are back here with another Madden video. Today, what I got for y'all is talking about the most expensive cards in the game. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILLA at checkout for 5% off your order. It's mainly overpriced cards, right? So every card over 1 million coins, we are going to talk about how, like, basically I wouldn't pay that price for them and give you guys alternatives to these cards, of course. Now, with that being said, right here, the first and most expensive card in the game, we get all these prices on MUT.GG if you are curious. It's going to be Warren Sapp. Now, Warren Sapp is going for 4 mil. Obviously, he is the ranked reward. That's why he's going for so much, right? I mean, 86 speed, 93 acceleration. His stats are good. He gets all 32 team chems, and the big thing on him is getting like the 0 AP unpredictable, right? And another card that we can talk about too, because it's going to be like the same position group. We can talk about Mean Joe Green as well, because this card's currently going for around 2 mil. He's 1.9, and again, pretty similar to Warren Sapp with the fact that, again, good speed, excel, great pass rush, and the big thing on Mean Joe Green is getting like all the discount abilities, like for 1 AP, like the double or nothing. Also does get 0 AP tip drill, gets the start on X factors as well, and a final DT that we can talk about as well, of course, is going to be Chris Jones right here. So we have 3 defensive tackles all going for over 1 mil coins, and this card, 87 speed, 94 acceleration, again, great pass rush across the board, and like Mean Joe Green, gets all the 1 AP abilities, and he also does get 0 AP El Toro. So now what we're trying to do right here for DT is just find an affordable option that is good and can play on that level. And in my opinion, the best defensive tackle that is affordable is going to be DeForest Buckner. Now, the main reason, again, why these cards are so expensive is their ability value, their AP value, right? You can also have the Super Bowl B&D welcome pack item, Jalen Carter. This card fits this bill as well, and he's 90 speed, 97 acceleration. Like, and he gets some good discount abilities right here. Nothing for 0 AP, not the best for 1 AP inside stuff's cool, but he doesn't get 1 AP double or nothing. The card that I want to talk about, of course, was DeForest Buckner, who's going for around 250K, and I love this card right here. 86 speed, 88 acceleration with great finesse moves. The power moves are lower, but this is why traits are important. Only has that swim move trait on yes, meaning he's not going to use power moves. You can essentially ignore that rating. Only going to use finesse moves. And the best thing on DeForest Buckner is getting that 1 AP double or nothing, which is really good ability value. It's 1 AP, and I think that leads to him just being a great pass rusher. And for the price range too, I think he's a great alternative to these top end options. Like, I would much rather run DeForest Buckner, which I do run DeForest Buckner over these cards because they are so expensive. All right, now after Warren Sapp right here, we do have Saquon Barkley. This is a dumb price to pay in my opinion for 2 reasons. One, it's like a 3.5 mil running back. 2, just won offensive player of the year, so guaranteed an honors card. 2, could win Super Bowl MVP as well, and he could end up with the 99 overall. I believe I'm going to be dropping this video on Sundays. Again, we'll see if he does end up getting that Super Bowl MVP or not, but this card isn't bad, by the way. Like 97 speed, 94 acceleration, and does get a 0 AP jukebox, which is probably the best ability you can get for a running back right now. It's not, this card isn't bad, right? This card just isn't worth 3.5 mil. I don't think any card is. And also Chris Johnson fits this bill as well, another ranked item reward right here. And I personally think Chris Johnson is just as good, if not better than Saquon. If we just, he's 97 speed, 96 acceleration as well. Like gets some decent abilities right here of the 1 AP grab and go, 1 AP jukebox, 1 AP RB app. And for me, the best alternative at that running back spot, I think, is between Kareem Hunt and Jamal Lewis. I think both those cards are great. For me, I am going to slightly go Kareem Hunt, though. I think this card has a great player model, and this card is going for around 550K, which compared to the 3 mil of Saquon Barkley, compared to the 1.5 mil of Chris Johnson, a lot more affordable than those options. He's 96 speed, 91 acceleration with 97 break tackle, 84 catching, 85 short route running as well. And this card does get, by the way, start on X factors for 0 AP, and he gets 0 AP goal line back too. I love this Kareem Hunt card. I think this is extremely valuable, and again, he can get some 1 AP abilities as well, like say you want to run the backfield mismatch or human joystick. Like, I just think this is a really, really good card. All right, now third most expensive card right here is going to be DK Metcalf, going for 3 mil. The reason why he's 3 mil, he is the gauntlet reward, right? I just don't think this card is really that good no matter what. I mean, he's 6'4", so has good height, but 94 speed at this point. Good route runnings and good run block, but abilities, third down threat, deep out, outside of Prince for 1. Again, I just don't really think he's that good at this point. Other receivers we can talk about as well, OBJ. I mean, OBJ for 2 mil. He's 97 speed. Okay, 94 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running, and he does get a 0 AP jukebox right here and 3 AP double me if you did want to run that. Braylon Edwards as well was an LTD from Campus Heroes, 1.34 mil, kind of similar to DK, where I don't think he's anywhere near worth this price. He's 6'3", 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running, and this time for his discount abilities, deep out for 1, And we also have Cooper Kupp right here. Cooper Kupp is kind of like borderline. Like, I could understand why you would pay a mil for this card. He's 6'2", 96 speed, 94 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running. And Cooper Kupp this time does get like the start on X Factor, everything for 1 AP, which again, it's like okay. Then we have Justin Jefferson and Jameson Williams right here. Justin Jefferson does still have that route running bug. He's gonna run a little bit like weird post and corners because he does like this head fake animation, but 6'1", 96 speed, 95 acceleration, good route runnings, and his discounts, of course. Gonna be Slot-O-Matic for 1, outside apprentice for 0. I do like the Slot-O-Matic for 1, of course. And we also get Jameson Williams right here, who is 6'2", 96 speed, 95 acceleration, and of course, Jameson Williams, 1 AP playmaker for his abilities. And yeah, those are all the receivers right here. So what we're gonna do right now is we are going to go over a couple different receivers that are a little bit cheaper. And really, we can talk about 4 receivers, honestly. Like, first one can be Deion Sanders out of position right here, who's going for around 550K, 6 foot, 96 speed, 99 acceleration. With an upgrade, can get him up to 97 speed, by the way. And this card, great route runnings as well. He does get a 0 AP ability of Jukebox and gets 1 AP everything else. So he gets some good abilities as well. Or red zone threat for 0, you could run to 1 AP like short in. We can talk about Devontae Smith as well. 6 foot, 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running. And this time, of course, Smith, again, start on X Factors, and of course, Jukebox for 0. Another card, Reggie Wayne. This is probably my favorite receiver in the game, and I'll explain why. 6 foot, 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running, and of course, Reggie Wayne this time, abilities, everything for 1 AP again, but start on X Factor, and also this time, he gets 0 AP mid-in, 0 AP red zone threat. That's great. Rack 'em up right now is like the only like cheap AP ability that can counter the bottlenecks on defense. You can also run double me on OBJ too, but again, this card is like a lot cheaper to counter the bottlenecks, and it's less AP as well. So yeah, another receiver I want to mention is Xavier Worthy. He's just 97 speed, 95 acceleration, 5'11", and he's going for around like 300K. So yeah, those are my alternatives for the receivers. Now, 4th most expensive card right here, we do have Ronnie Lott, who's going for around 2.5 mil. Again, a lot of coins up for this card. He's 6 foot, 96 speed, 93 acceleration. Does have 90 man, 90 zone. And this time does get start on X Factors, but he gets mid zone pick artist for 1. That's like the big deal on this card. Also, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he isn't near worth this price. He's 1.5 mil, 5'11", 95 speed, 95 acceleration with 90 band, 90 zone. He does get the 1 AP deep end zone knockout. And we can also, since we're talking about safeties anyway, we can talk about Jeremy Chin as well. Reason why he's so expensive, again, gauntlet reward, 6'3", 95 speed, 95 acceleration, and of course he does get the mid zone knockout, the pick artist, and deep end for a discount. And that isn't even that crazy compared to the cards we're going to cover. At free safety right here, I think free safety, your best alternative to Ronnie Lott is going to go ahead and be Ronnie Hickman, aka the Rocket, going for around 500K. He's 6'1", 96 speed, 97 acceleration. Great man, great zone coverage as well. Play ball and air aggressive. And for his discounts, he gets 2 discounted buckets where you can rock deep zone, mid zone for 3, or mid zone pick artist for 2. Those are the 2 combos I would run. Or you could go pick artist, deep zone, and mid zone for 4 AP total. That's a really nice setup as well. But yeah, Ronnie Hickman definitely deserves to be here. And then at strong safety right here, you can go John Lynch. And again, he's very similar to the other Super Bowl cards we covered, where again, you're going to want to upgrade him because he'd be 96 speed, 98 acceleration, 6'2", would get the mid zone knockout and pick artist for 1 AP total. But you could actually, if you do your legend souls, if you're not totally up to date with them, you can get Brian Dawkins for free. So I'm going to go Brian Dawkins right here just based off the fact that he could potentially be a free card. Again, do your legend solos, get your tokens. He's 6 foot, 95 speed, 94 acceleration with great zone coverage. Not really a man-to-man player. You could play him in the box as well. And of course, Brian Dawkins, 2 discounted buckets, mid-zone pick artist, 1 AP. And after that, we get a bunch of CBs right here that are pretty expensive. Once again, we got new LTD Cooper DeJean going for 2.5 mil. This card, 6'1", 96 speed, 95 acceleration with great man zone and press. And also right here, this card does get everything for 1 AP, so it could be the mid-zone pick artist for 1. Also gets Avalanche as a base ability. I think that's kind of interesting. Also does get pick artist for 0. So you also get Darius Slay right here, and Darius Slay, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, going for 2.3 mil, 95 man, 95 zone coverage, and of course this time gets the pick artist and mid-zone discounted. I also should have covered Justin Reed as well with the previous safeties. My bad, missed him. He's 2 mil with 95 speed, 96 acceleration, and of course does have the discounted deep end pick artist. The cards we covered are better better than this card anyway. Besides that though, again, for corner right here, we have Randy Moss still going for a little bit, but he does have the Redux, which is still right around the middle, so we can talk about him. 6'4", 95 speed, 93 acceleration, and he doesn't get any discounts, so I would never pay a mil for this card. Now we're going to cover 3 corners right here because again, we went over a decent amount of corners. Alternatives to the most expensive options. First one, Herb Adderley. I mean, this card's elite. I mean, again, upgrade him bare minimum. I would try to get him to the 89, or you could get him to the 92. We'll talk about that as well. But he'd be 97 speed, 94 acceleration, 6'1", good height, good man, good zone, good press, decent block and impact blocking for a corner, big hitter, and play ball near aggressive as well. And this time, abilities, gets to start on X factors, can get the mid zone pick artist for 1. Then you can run flat zone for 0 on him. This could be a great man-to-man corner because he gets the bottleneck for 2 AP. This is a little dumb. Like once we get another bottleneck, I think that meta is really going to take off. Very stupid ability, honestly. Besides that, of course, we got Deion Sanders as well, another Super Bowl card. But this card, 6 foot, would be 97 speed with the upgrades, and I would try to get him to his what's called upgrading with the 92, of course. And the whole reason for that is I think he gets the best ability stack in the game for a corner if you're running zone, and I think he can be a safety if you want to run man because universal coverage plus pick artist for 3 AP, universal, every single knockout, reaction time, in zone coverage, reaction time, and man, every man knockout. This is the best coverage ability you could ask for. So yeah, and you can get pick artist on top of that for 0 AP. And finally, right here, we're gonna have Jalen Watson as well. Again, right around that 550K mark, 6'2", 96 speed, 91 acceleration, great man, zone, and press. And this time for Jalen Watson, he's very much like Herb Adderley. He's very much like Herb Adderley. I mean, you can run the bottleneck as well. So you can get 2 bottleneck corners, or you can go pick artists for 0, mid zone, and whatever else you want. So yeah, those are my 3 corners, and I think they're a lot better than the cards we just covered. All right, so now after the CBs right here, of course, we got some defensive linemen like Julius Peppers, and Julius Peppers, 6'7", 295, does get all 32 team chems, 93 speed, 94 acceleration with great pass rush, and of course, this card does get the no outsiders for 0 or edge threat for 1. And we already went over some defensive tackles like Mean Joe Green. We can talk about Lawrence Taylor too because I think they're similar roles. Like Lawrence Taylor, he's not a pass coverage player, he's an edge rusher. So Lawrence Taylor, 6'3", 237, 94 speed, 93 acceleration with again great pass rush. Now this card for his discounts, edge threat for 2, no outsiders for 1. So we can go to left end right here, and I feel like the obvious alternative, and I think this card is just straight up better than both the cards, George Karlaftis. Like 550K for him compared to the 2 or 2.3 mil, the 1 mil of Lawrence Taylor. I think this is one of the best cards in the game. 6'4", 263, 90 speed, 97 acceleration with good power moves, a little bit lower finesse moves, like you're just looking to hit 90, but 97 block shed, 96 impact blocking, all 3 traits on yes. And of course, this card does get the edge threat for 0 AP. Love that on George Karlaftis. So yeah, George Karlaftis is going to be our alternative to those 2 pass rushers. After that, we get tight end Rob Gronkowski, who's going for 2.5 mil. I think you could say this is the best tight end in the game. Again, I just don't think he's worth this price. 6'6", 268, 95 speed, 91 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running. Now Gronk does have like a lot of run block, so we're kind of looking for an alternative to that as well. It gets 1 AP basically every single ability, and this time, of course, doesn't get like the 0 APs that some other cards do get to start on X factors though. Also, recently Sam Laporta has been around the mill. I don't think he is right now. Like he's at that 831K mark, but alternative to Gronk, like it could be Kelsey as a receiver, of course, but you're kind of looking for like that run block, right? So I feel like it's ranked toward Darnell Washington. You were able to get this card. This is a good alternative. Also does get the 0 AP matchup nightmare, of course. Really good alternative to Gronk, and I feel like they would play pretty similar. Besides that, let's say for instance, you just didn't grind the ranked. I think it's then George Kittle, the Redux right here, the 95. And again, he's 95 speed, 86 acceleration with 90 short, 90 deep, and this time does have 97 run block. So yeah, and he's going for around 350K. I feel like he can do similar things to Gronk. I think Kittle and also Darnell Washington are the most similar, but like the best tight end you could get for like an affordable price, I think, is Travis Kelce. He's just more of a receiving tight end. All right, now after that, we got a bunch of quarterbacks right here. First up is Mahomes. I hate this card. I'll be honest. I hate this card because of his high route animations. Like he's 1.5 mil on PlayStation, 1.7 on Xbox, and he does have good stats like 93 speed, 96 acceleration, 97 throw power, 90s across the board for route running. Doesn't even have a bad release. For me, it's all boils down to his high route animations. His player-specific abilities. Escape artist is interesting, but I mean, gunslinger for 2, you'd probably run. He gets master attack for 4. And it's like it's gift wrap for 1 for me. So it's like basically the same stack we've been running on quarterbacks. Yeah, for me, I don't even love his ability stack. We also get Eli Manning. he's here because he's Team Diamond Master, of course. Not really too mobile at this point, and it doesn't get a great ability stack. I feel like we don't need to spend much time on Eli Manning. Besides that, quarterback wise, we also do have Kyler Murray. Again, why is he like around this mil price point? It's because of course he was a Gauntlet Award, and Kyler Murray is like right here too for 700k, but we'll just all the quarterback stacks are going for a mil fit under this, okay? And for quarterback right here, let's talk about it. So who's an alternative? I don't like Jalen Hurts. I really don't. Johnny U, I don't love this card. I don't love Steve Young either. I think for me, it's still the zero chill guys. Whether you want it to be Josh Allen for 360k, Jeff Garcia gets a great ability stack. Don't love his release though. Right-handed Mike Vick is great, and also RG3 is great as well. And we're gonna go RG3 right here because he was the cheapest out the bunch, and I think all of them are very similar. And RG3 going for around 200k, 95 speed, 99 acceleration with great accuracy, which he does hit all the accuracy thresholds, by the way. It might not hit 90 for short and medium, but he's still, it's like 85 for the threshold. And this time he gets over top 2, which isn't like the best release. He gets the ability stack of Master Attack, Gunslinger, Gift Wrapped, all 9 of your AP. And I really think that's all you need on offense. I think RG3 is debatably still the best quarterback in the game. And now after that, of course, we got some middle linebackers. First one we got is Peyton Wilson, of course, 1.5 mil, 6'4", 92 speed, 95 acceleration. And this time we also get Roquan Smith as well with the 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 1.5 mil yet again. Not really great discounts on the card. Like Peyton Wilson does get the discounted mid zone. We also get LTD Eric Kendricks right here, 6 foot, 93 speed, 92 acceleration with 90 zone coverage as well. And Eric Kendricks this time for his abilities, 2 AP mid zone, 1 AP secure tackler. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure middle linebacker is our last position, by the way. So yeah, ending it off right here, we're gonna have some options. So first off, Ray Nitschke. Ray Nitschke is the best linebacker in the game, going for 550 yet again, 95 speed, 91 acceleration, great pass rusher yet again, great pass rush this time so we can play outside linebacker, great zone coverage, big hitter, play ball near aggressive, and this time as well right here, gets mid zone and pick artist for 0 AP if you just upgrade him all the way, which you can run mid zone right here. And then you can run, actually it's a lurk artist for 0, run lurk artist for 0, my bad on that. And yeah, he also gets to start on X Factors. You can run selfless on this card, get some other people with their X Factors. That's great. Now, also right here, I want to talk about another alternative because Devin White is actually really good, and you can fully upgrade this card right here. We just have to go right here and then right here. But Devin White, he is max rated 96 speed, 96 acceleration with 94 agility, 97 change of direction. Great man and great zone as well. And this time for his abilities, of course, he can go ahead and guess what? He can get the lurk guards for 0, mid zone for 2, which is kind of tough, but I mean, he's still like one of the better linebackers. And I think he's a great alternative, especially when we talk about for free. And I know he's right outside linebacker, but he's more of a coverage player, so I wanted to cover him as well. So yeah, boys, this has been my thoughts on the most overrated cards. You can think of it as overpriced, but yeah, these were the most overpriced cards in the game, and I wanted to give you guys alternatives to each one of the cards. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the YouTube video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 25 Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use these cards live on stream, have been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, so watch on the YouTube. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.